What up, JB crew? Welcome back to another banger. Okay, man, we are back with another one. Highly requested video with Home Free Brother. Highly requested. Before we get started, a couple things. Merch is out. My second channel is definitely live. I'm doing more behind the scenes stuff, which is why I'm not as active on this channel. Because I just had to get that started and just devote a little more time to that. But now that that's kind of moving and grooving and on its own and doing that kind of stuff, I'm coming back to this channel doing some really cool stuff. And I think that's it. So let's stop talking and let's get this popping. Also, how are you all? Y'all doing all right? It's good to see you all. For real. Here we go. Oof. Let me get a little more volume. There we go. Yeah.
Ramblers in the wilderness and we can't find what we need. We get a little restless from the search and get a little worn down in between. Like a bull chasing the matador as a man left to his own
Nice
schemes.
layer over top.
Everybody needs someone beside them, shining like a lighthouse from the sea.
Some drop.
Brother, let me be your shelter. Woo. Never leave you all alone. Woo. I can be the one you call when you're low.
Nice.
Brother, let me be your fortress when the night winds are driving on.
Oh, nice.
Be the one to light the way, bring you home. Face down.
Okay, cool. All right, there's a lot of cool things that just happened right there. All right, awesome. So first thing I noticed was vocal percussion and bass were locked in. And I don't mean locked in in terms of like they're playing together, that kind of stuff. I mean locked in terms of they're playing the same rhythmic line, which it creates kind of like this 808 kind of subby kind of vibe. And I'm trying to think the best way to translate this, which is, let's see. Here's why I love them so much, right? Is because they are very authentic to the instrumentalists. And I'm not saying our vocalists are not instrumentalists. What I'm saying is that for us to understand this, and for a drummer and a bass player to be locked in, they do a really good job as vocal percussion and vocal bass to make sure that happens, right? So what they did was, I'm sure they had a conversation saying, hey, what rhythm are we gonna do here? And drums and bass matched that rhythm, which created this like 808 subby kind of vibe that was tucked underneath of the first part of this, first part of the verse. Great job. Like that happens a lot in jazz too, because it's the standards, right? And oftentimes we're like, hey, what style are we doing? Okay, cool. We decide it's a bossa, or we're gonna go do an up-tempo swing on the B section, or we might funk it up a little bit, or we might leave it open, or it's just a lot of variables here, but it's something we would do. We would converse with each other, say, hey, what are we doing here? Got it. Now we can lock in and it feels really good to the audience. Awesome. Second thing I noticed was all of the oohs and the ahs and the textures, right? They do a really good job with their vowel sounds. Ooh to ah has a different feeling. And for us, all we know is like it's exciting or something suspenseful is going to happen. It's a feeling of tension and then release. We let it go. Third thing, which is why I love Adam and his vocal percussion. There's certain things that we would do, especially arrangement-wise, if I was doing this live, if I was arranging it live, right? I would put what we call a reverse symbol. It's that shh kind of vibe in there. He did that, which brings us into the next section. Once again, tension, shh, release. Beautiful. Here we go.
Down in the desert now, there's a cage locked around my heart. I found a way to drop the
nice.
keys when my failures were. Now my hands can't reach that far.
Yeah, everything come out.
I ain't made
Good
for
vocal
a
percussion.
rivalry. I could never take the world alone. I know that in my weakness I am strong, but it's your love that brings me home.
Hear that?
Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave you all alone.
Yes.
I can be the one you call when you're low. Brother, let me
Nice.
be your fortress when the night winds are driving on.
I love how they changed the harmony the second time around. It's nice.
Bring you home. And when you
Bridget.
call and need me near, saying when you go,
This acting is great.
brother, I'm right here.
I'm right here.
On those days when the
they do a breakdown section, it just feels like it should be there.
We can get through it all. Brother, we can get through it all. Brother.
Oh, no. Okay, so they were gonna do it. Great. Wow. Okay, coming out of that bridge, they did a little turnaround section where they kind of went a little more, also a terrible word for this, but more gospel-y R&B, added a couple extra little flavor tones, little color chord to there. It just gave it that right? When we got there, it was like, oh, this is nice. And I'm gonna tell you why they didn't have to choose those specific chords, but they had to do something there as that turnaround. And the reason is there's a rule, and it's like an unspoken rule in music, right? You kind of can't repeat things longer than like 4 or 8 bars, depending on the sequence that's going on in that phrasing, right? And if you listen to music, you'll notice if this is the quarter note, 1, 2, da 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 da. That was 2 bars. Okay, so if you ever listen to music now, you'll notice things change every 4 to 8 bars, depending on what's happening inside of those bars, right? Sometimes you can get away with 8, but most of the time it's 4 to 8 bars. You're not really gonna see 16 bars staying the same because the audience will get bored. It doesn't feel right. It feels like, what's going on here? They decided to do a little turnaround section there, and instead of trying to repeat 4 bars, I can't remember at this point. Instead of trying to repeat 4 more bars, they just created a little something there. It's arrangement and attention to detail that was so nice. I'm gonna go back a little bit because they're gonna get into this shout section, which is I was feeling. I needed that. Let's take a listen here. Also, this LARPing is hilarious, right? Like, it's awesome. Here we go. Hear that?
We get through it all. Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave you all alone. Let me be the one you call when you feel low. Brother, let me be your fortress when the night winds are driving on.
Harmonies.
Be the one to light the way. Bring you home.
All right, sub drop. It's another cool thing to do. Sorry, I stopped this. It's another cool thing that they do. So reverse symbol is a shh. That gives you tension. Sub drop also is tension, like where are we going? That. Okay, let's listen to that as we go in and I'll let it out. Here we go.
Light the way, bring you home. Woo! Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave you all alone. I can be the one you call.
The shaker is nice. It's like a tambourine too.
Brother, let me be your fortress. When the night winds are driving on, be the one to light the way. Bring you home. Be the one to light the way.
See, they didn't repeat it. They gave it a little tag. Yeah. See if he does it again. Nice. No, I love it. Yeah. Home free. You never disappoint us, guys. Like, literally never. You never disappoint us. Home free is amazing. Make sure you guys go to Home Free's channel and subscribe. There's a lot of cool things that's happening there, and if you didn't catch it as it was going along, and I know I didn't rewind back to get a lot of things, just take a quick listen. Go back, you can watch this video or go to the real video so you don't have me talking in between. But go check it out. Go try to listen to this stuff so you can get hip to what's going on. Don't do it too much because it will ruin music for you a little bit. If you listen to like musicians or DJs or anyone who understands music, sometimes we get a little like, you can't really enjoy music too much unless it's done by whatever, enough of me talking. Anyway, second channel's out, merch is out, so many cool things happening, guys. I got a lot of stuff happening, which is why I haven't been on this channel, like I said. However, I promise you, by October, this channel will be back moving and grooving, and we'll get things moving along. So that's gonna be it for me, man. So JB Crew, I appreciate you.